Rodeo is one of the most exciting, exhilarating and entertaining sports that New Zealand knows. It's a test of skill, courage and spirit, and an epic and traditional contest between one man and one woman and one animal. And the odds, I've got to tell you, are stacked very much against that man. This is New Zealand Rodeo, as much a part of rural New Zealand life as a footy game or the shearing shed shindig, just a tad more dangerous. It's rural New Zealand at its very best. Rodeo has been part of our country's cultural fabric for many decades. Although the sport's most associated with the American West, it actually started with the Spanish settling in Central America and the recreation of their Mexican ranch hands. So rodeo is Spanish for roundup, although if you want real antiquity, you could trace the rodeo, I suppose, back to the event of bull wrestling way back at those Olympian Games of the ancient Greeks. But the spread of cattle ranching into the American West and Canada brought with it the sport of rodeo, events based upon cattle craft and stockmanship. And from there, well, as we know, it spread to other countries, Argentina, Australia, and of course, New Zealand. Now, although rodeo events have become very popular by the 1960s in New Zealand, it wasn't until 1973 that the first national championships were held in New Zealand. And since then, the sport's become more organised, more professional, and it's entertained hundreds of thousands of Kiwi spectators. This year, there'll be over 36 rodeo events, and they'll be thrilling new generations of adults and children alike. Of course, sport wouldn't be sport, would it, without a little controversy. And there are some folk, mostly animal activists, who believe that rodeos are cruel and that animals are mistreated. They don't want to talk things through though, or they don't want to even make rodeos safer. They just want rodeos banned and abolished. And their views are radical, but they are also wrong. You see, animal welfare is at the heart of good rodeo. Without healthy animals, rodeos don't work. Rodeo is pitched as a fun-filled family entertainment, genuine contests between man and woman and animal, and genuine partnerships, for example, between horse and rider. There are many examples, you'd have to say, in modern life where animals provide us with human entertainment. From horse racing, the Grand National and similar jump events, equestrian events like badminton and the Olympics with their exacting cross-country phase, through to greyhound racing. All these competitive animal events form part of our modern human culture and society. And rodeo is no different. It's based on real-life animal roundups and especially upon real-life cattle ranch and farming actions. Only there's one important difference, I guess you could say. Rodeos are much safer, at least for the animals, and there's a reason for that. The New Zealand Rodeo and Cowboys Association, that's the national organisation that oversees rodeo in this country, has been at the forefront of making the sport safer, family friendlier and far more protective of the animals involved. There's a strict rodeo code there in place, on-site vets checking out all the animals. And there was even a parliamentary inquiry conducted in 2016 that dismissed all the allegations of the animal activists. In fact, there's not a shred of scientific nor academic research that suggests that rodeo animals are mistreated or suffer at New Zealand rodeo events. And why is that? Well, that's because rodeo cowboys and cowgirls and rodeo officials know that a healthy animal is a competitive animal, and that they want those spirited animals back, alive and kicking and healthy for the next rodeo. In fact, less animals suffer accidental injury in rodeos than in normal farming operations. The accident rate for animals is way lower than that, ironically, of their human partners and competitors. Just ask ACC. Because, you see, cruelty is not what rodeo is about. Rodeo is about competition. It's about contest. It's about adrenaline-based excitement. And it provides the best day's entertainment for kids and adults of all ages. Rodeo, a cowboy tradition made modern that respects all its participants, whether booted or hooved, two legs or foot. Iha.